Okay. All right. Peaceful greeting, world. How it is, everyone? How's everybody doing today, Brother Benjamin? All is well?
What up, what up? All is well. Praise the Lord. Force the Lord. My bad. I was just at ASAP Rocky, praise the Lord. But I changed it to like enforce the law instead of break the law. But yeah.
I ain't heard that in a minute.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
All right, peaceful greetings, world. Welcome to episode number 12 of Intuition Mondays. And the title is Transitions of Administrative Powers, the Global Effects, with I, myself, Brother Sean, and I've got Brother Benjamin here with me as well. All right, so I'm going to get right to the screen share. Right, so... stream, so... All righty. Yeah, I just need a Brother Hasan to let me share. Give me, toss me a host. But yeah, Brother Benjamin, how are you feeling about this? About today's live?
Execution. You know. I'm ready to see what's in store like everybody else,
Man, right? I know, like it's definitely been talked about. I'm gonna have to maybe see what the rest of the world is saying about things after we finish our live. And I viewed through the charts here and there, and it was it's definitely very interesting and like very trending right now. Right.
Kind of like Wizard of Oz, the tornado had everybody's house in the head. Oh no, it's just transformation, guys. Just reconstructing something. Then Ross said we got to destroy before we elevate. That's transformative energy there.
Very transformative. All right. So I just need to screen share. Well, all right. Well, I guess until we get that going up, we can maybe just start going in on it, and then we'll get the people a visual on that.
We got a chart of
yeah.
I decided to just come over here and communicate about rearranging their values.
Yeah, definitely. I would say some things about to be very unveiling, I would say.
Hold on, my apologies. Give me 2 seconds. I thought I had put it on there. One moment. Let's see. Still finishing up that shadow there, huh, Mercury? One moment. If you go here. Pardon me, I did not place the multiple participants can share selection on. Forgive me. And Brother Sean, you are the host now, beloved brothers.
Yes.
Here we go. That was some transformation right there.
Right like that. All right, so I'm gonna get right into the intro.
Oh man, you gotta run that back. You gotta that is amazing. Yeah, rewind.
You said, hold on, DJ, run it back, DJ.
Run it back.
Slapping that real. It's treating that like a rag.
Can you landscape that?
Yeah, it's landscape.
It is? Oh, I want the video to be so much wider. Oh, wow. Really?
Oh, yeah, like inside of there, it's landscape, but like the whole thing, you're saying?
Like, yeah, what's up with that? Oh, wow. All right, it is what it is. I like it. All right, do your thing, bro. I yield.
Right. Good. All righty, so let's get right into it. And shout out to Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Jag, for the guitar that you just heard in the background. All right, and we just gonna get right into it. And before we start off, we just want to give honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali for bringing back the nationality, birthrights, and history. And if you haven't heard of him, definitely check him out. Meet him in his literature, and you will definitely you will not be disappointed. Be very, very transformational and uplifting. And next we have our throne, where we speak from, and man, I'm just really excited to get into this live and speak on some things. And man, it's been a great week, Brother Benjamin. I say a great last week, as some would say. Well, I say start my weeks on Sundays. How about you, Brother Benjamin?
Oh, likewise, just steady and balance earthly things and non-earthly things, a balance of the more. Always been well.
Okay, you got to balance how we more. So you got the cover, and then before we get into the charts, I'm gonna read from the CMB certificate number AA 22214 War and Moorish Civic Relations Concepts by Brother Astrology Bey, Moor's Order of the Round Table. Oh man, made that small. All righty. So here we go. All right, attention. Always keep in mind status, jurisdiction, proper venue, constitution, and treaties. Use the law. The Constitution pertaining to the United States is the law of the land, with all treaties in force. These are instruments of law used to gauge and adjudicate any matters of violation, controversy, or infringement between the Moors and the foreign European Christians. The United States has a dual national seal, two sides to the one seal. A, the Great Seal of the United States, Moors. The Great Pyramid on the back of the U.S. dollar bill is the emblem of the Asiatic Moabite Moorish nation, the ancient ones, the master builders of civilization, mothers and fathers of the human family. The key word to distinguish the two seals is of. The seal of the United States of America, European/colonists. The eagle, wings spread with hex alpha, the insignia of the Moorish nation. A duotron Solomon shield crowning its head. Hex alpha represents the red fez of the Moors, the tiara crown or tarbush, sovereign authority. The sun never rises or sets on the Roman Empire simply because they, the Romans, are in jurisdictional and resource possession or colonization of the fallen Moorish Empire, the Almorocs or Americas, the land of the Moors. The great Masonic secret is the loss of the Moorish nation's consciousness, heritage, and birthrights. This explains the truth behind the duality of the United States Great Seal. Now Rome wears the royal crown, the fez, thus the source of social strife and unrest. All right, Aquila, Moorish Latin, meaning eagle. Aquila is a northern constellation in the Milky Way, between Cygnus and Sagittarius, where the star Altair resides, the eagle. The eagle, as displayed, is the coat of arms for the European side of the nation. It has hex alpha over its head and a crown of glory. Hex alpha is the insignia of the ancient Moabite Moorish nation, the zodiac expressed by the Moorish red fez. Out of the fall or ashes of the Moorish Empire, the phoenix bird took flight. Aquila rose or Rosa crux with an olive branch of 13 leaves with 13 berries in the right talon. And in the left talon, 13 arrows with feathers numbering 13. This close-up view reveals 13 stars arranged to form hex alpha. This symbolizes colonial rule in the Moorish province of Fez, the North Gate. Compare hex alpha as shown with the 13 star arrangement above. The best system of hiding something from the masses is to put it right under their noses. The masses still cannot see for lack of observation. The colonial powers ruled the Moorish Empire, or the Americas, with the Moorish own science of astrology, which Moors traded away for Roman idol god worship, Manhatta, for a string of beads. They literally traded places. Now Rome rules the Western Hemisphere. All power-wielding politicians, industrialists, religious leaders, judges, etc., cherish the Moorish fez, having a fez of their own masons and keeping the secret. The pyramid, Great Seal, and the fez are the most important symbols in masonry. Master Mason equals mother's son. The number 13 in masonry is both the 1 plus 3, equaling the 4 corners of the pyramid, but also the 13 cycles of Luna, or also called the moon, and of most importance, the 13 cycles of woman herself, the widow, Joy. This on, Brother Benjamin. Would you like anything you would like to add?
I mean, I don't want to follow up that. Like, I got a lot of studying to do to follow that up. I got a lot of writing and a lot of experience. Hopefully everybody soaked that up and hit the rewind button and screenshotted a good bit of that, because we definitely set the foundation to.
All right. I didn't even design any charts today. I was just like, you know what, we about to just go with the flow. So what we have here is what is referred to as a quote unquote United States natal chart. One of the many, but this was from the Astro Data Bank. So we're just gonna go in on this. Brother Benjamin, would you like to start, or would you like me to start? I just did something on the sun, moon, and rising, and maybe we can talk about Pluto as well and some of the other planets. However you like to stream.
I don't know. We can start out with just the rising, where Jupiter is, and I would say with Sagittarius, and that's the ninth house. They were foreign things, and they are a foreign nation to the Moroccan nation where they came here. So from the jump, we're dealing with like foreign affairs here. Looking at that, and how it's relating to the home or their home or a new home, I would say, with Jupiter in the seventh house.
Indeed. Yeah. So, all right, I'll get it going. So, I did a Holy Trinity testimony. So, I will start out with the sun. So, if you look here in the 7, you will see the sun glyph right there at 13 degrees, 19 minutes Cancer. And the sun is at the degree of business. And also referencing CM Bay Clock of Destiny 1, when a planet is at 113 to 27 degrees, it bears a critical influence upon life. So we have the sun here at 13 degrees Cancer in the 7th house. So the sun deals with, a life purpose, self, creative energies. With Cancer, you can say nurturing or home. When we talk about the 7th house, some keywords for that are just contracts, equality. And I will bear testimony as when it comes to business, contracts, and equality, when dealing with others, there will be a critical influence upon whether or not honor and integrity is kept. One's life purpose could be securing the home foundation by means of business and personal contracts. And I'll keep going with that. So you got Brother Benjamin?
Oh no, just relating to contracts. I was talking about we could probably look over the 1774 or 76 Confederate papers. Am I saying that? I'm not saying that right, but when we wrote the document to present,
All righty, so I'll get to my next testimony. So we have Luna here at 27 degrees, 10 minutes Aquarius, and we're in the 3rd house. So some keywords could be hopes and wishes, roots, social activity. And I will bear testimony as when it comes to the emotions and subconscious, the social activity communication could have seemed different or off to some. Could always feel a drive or push towards social conscious or different types of technology, and also preferring intellect over emotions. And then on the rise, we have here 12 degrees, 21 minutes Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Guru, or also called Jupiter, and we have Jupiter here in the 7th house at 5 degrees, 56 minutes Cancer. And Jupiter is also in his exaltation sign. So he is extremely strong and feeling good where he's at. And let's see. So
trying to expand their home through contracts.
You never lie. You never lie. So let's see. So for the rising sign, that degree was at accidents to wheeled vehicles. And with Jupiter being where he is in the 7th house, that is the degree of sleep and trance. So when it comes to higher learning, seeking one's own purpose in life, sometimes going to the extremes can be reckless. Expression comes through Jupiter being in the house of relationships and contracts. So also water is mind, and there's an opportunity to expand in different sleep and trance states and opportunities. And when we say water is mind, water is also is a reference to the mind. So whenever you reading different philosophies of things, pertaining to water, you can just also think the mind and how you think to give you a dual side of it. So you're just kind of not missing out on that. And I yield, Brother Benjamin, if you have anything for that, would you like to add?
I was looking up this thing was in 1774. That would go with the contract that they were trying to do. Going to wheel vehicles, and the Moors attacking them on the sea. They go with the rising sign because it's like wheel crash vehicles. They wanted that stop, so that type of deal. But I yield, brother. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, we were just even to look at some different planets. So they've got that, this chart has Saturn at 14 degrees, 48 minutes Libra. And also Saturn is in his exalted sign as well. So we have Jupiter and Saturn both exalted. Saturn and Libra in the 10th. There definitely is going to have to be a balance in how they do everything. And when there's not, it can definitely be shown when there's not a balance and a balance or harmony and dealing with when it comes to status and just long-term structures.
But looking for justice. Saturn in 10th house in Libra. They definitely want some structure, fairness. Things like Libra in the scales, balance things pertaining to their career. They came to like service, according to the contract, without foremothers and fathers. I'm sure the contract we wrote with them was a balanced contract. They came back and wrote one side.
Indeed.
Like,
then let's see. We got the Neptune at 22 degrees, 25 minutes Virgo. So it's organizing. So organizing those dreams, foreign affairs. As ninth house deals with foreign travel, foreign studies, philosophy and law. So definitely an organization of foreign policies. And then then we got Mars and Gemini in the 7th house. So definitely a dual-sided nature when it comes to their ambition or drive towards contracts. With that, let's see.
The part of fortune in the 8th house gave them, part of fortune as well, and dealings with behind the scenes, and it pertains to the home or how they're going to be nurtured and cared for. This home, so
Mercury conjunct the vertex and the part of fortune.
So rethinking, with contract, communicating that, and that's the destiny. The North Node, they're conjunct that. So that's shining on their possessions in a second.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. And then we got their Pluto in the 2nd house, 27 degrees, 33 minutes Capricorn. At 27 degrees, 27 degrees Capricorn is the degree of hair. So in 2nd house, it's dealing with finances and values and possessions.
Yeah, and Saturn is ruling that too, to Pluto from the 10th. They definitely came over here to get their paper right, quote unquote. A transformation in their status and how they're going to be moving forward.
That's fine, bro. The
group had bittersweet than the Southern Aquarius, and that's the group that coming over. Let's go behind the scenes and talk to them.
All right, well,
That's the intention track.
Yes.
So this would be the energy that's like still like current too, but this would be the shadow energy of all the planets that was in the first chart, correct?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that Sun in Cancer moves to Gemini. Their Pluto and Capricorn moves to Sagittarius. And the 12th house. So we think about higher learning in Pluto with transformation and cycles. It's definitely and it's not too far off from Terrell as well, as to just keeping things hidden.
And foreign lands, foreign things, foreign institutions as well, the 12th house and the restructure of that. Moor and Pluto right there as well. That's a lot of Scorpio energy back there. Oh, beauty. Oh, man, that's just behind the scenes stuff. It's shadowly within the group that is really gonna expose itself in the light. We say that's the planet's moving.
And that Cancer sun goes to Gemini, so it's like it's definitely reading between the lines and contracts. As Gemini deals with dual natures and dual sides, so it's like and it's conjunct. It's upcoming. It's not a super tight conjunction with Sirius, but it's definitely deeper what you think when it comes to business and contracts than what it could seem like on the the outer part from how they speak. With Cancer making it feel like it's home, and then it's really the shadows of it's like, yeah, there's another dual side nature to it.
Mercury is ruling the creativity, the higher learning and foreign travels, the values, the vertex of part of fortune. And then Mercury is that Mercury right there, retrograde in the shadow?
Indeed.
I was explaining a lot of the hold up on the commodities and the trucker stuff pertaining to, US in the shadow, what's affecting behind the scenes there and expresses itself as I would say like the transiting planets now.
Indeed. Ooh. Actually, hit the next one. Did you have anything else you want to add to that, Brother Benjamin?
Oh no, I'm solid, bro. Appreciate it.
And then let's see, Saturn moves to the third house in Pisces. I'm being exhausted. So it's definitely, wisdom and communication. But we'll get to the next one. So now we have the Pluto return to 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes, February 20th, 2022 on a Sunday at to be 2:29 post meridian, or what they would say is PM. So now Pluto moves back into his original spot with the Pluto return, and that is back in the 7th house. So now on the rise, we have Cancer at 24 degrees, 47 minutes. And let's see, Luna, which rules Cancer, is in 22 degrees, 9 minutes Libra in the 4th. Let's see, the sun will be transiting Pisces. We're at 2 degrees, 7 minutes. So, Brother Benjamin, what do you say for a Pluto return, coming in the 7th house? What would you say for that?
One more time. No, so could you ask one more time? Like,
yeah. So what would you, or what would your view or angle be pertaining to the Pluto return coming back in the 7th house?
I would say relooking at your relationships and how you relate to somebody. And it may be intense, but it's going to be a relationship that isn't going to be the same for a long time. So it's going to be a return of a reconstruction in how you relating to others, within some type of structure with Capricorn there. So you're like, okay, cool. Maybe it's like a building or something like that. Or in this case, the US. So maybe the US is, wanting to speak with other people, about some contracts or how they're going to do business for their own. And the Capricorn is like humanitarian, and they're thinking about themselves as well as like a whole. So as a whole, how are we moving forward, in a new way? For better or for good, but it's going to be, if Saturn's there, it's going to be for the better of the whole, and sometimes you may have to cut off the hand to save the arm type deal. And that's how the Pluto energy is, or to feel. But
yeah, I would say, let me get back. That's a transition that as Pluto deals with transition and kind of a transformation of things, and it's all being ruled by Saturn, which is in the 8th, at 17 degrees, 50 minutes Aquarius. So it's definitely a transition, and it's going to be showed via the internet and social media. That
it's like a hashtag new sheriff in town. Saturn being not fixed wisdom, brother son, but Saturn being in Aquarius and just entering the 8th house out of speaking with the group or whatever, how you're going to relate the contract. Now you're going to the 8th house to seal the deal, so to speak. Because that's trust. Inherited land, that nature. And like I said, Saturn, humanitarian, is going to make sure everybody gets an equal piece of the cornbread, for the children or for the generations in the 2nd house there.
Yeah, and with the chart ruler being Luna and the 4th house at that 22 degrees, it's justice is coming to the home. A balance is coming to the foundations. And I could say maybe not a time to be emotional about it, but the truth has been revealed, and it's definitely gonna keep being unveiled, especially up until the exact date of it. And I'm pretty sure for the next I want to say next couple of months. I know Pluto moves extremely slow, so even after exact date, those effects are still going to be coming out and showing. So
because what comes slow comes strong, like a rubber band.
And that rubber band definitely has been getting pulled and yanked. So it's a transition of it. It's you say death and rebirth dealing with Pluto, but it's a transition. Things aren't going to be how they were no more. And Mercury as well. So with Mercury being in Aquarius with groups and friends and associations, it's things are being communicated via the internet, and Saturn's going to make sure that the justice for all and for the social is going to come.
It's like Saturn is instructing Mercury, because Mercury is speaking and things like that. But under the influence of Saturn, it's going to be a structured. Like I said, like a new sheriff in town is going to make sure that everything is, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. And with Mars in the 6th house, like service and things like that, it's going to really be something, foundational, and deeply rooted values. Because Capricorn, you got, earthly, sign. So right there, that's some certain, deeply rooted values or new values. But then the home that pertains to the home. Because you go out and serve yourself to have a stable home.
Then Mars and Venus will be, conjunct as well. So when you're thinking about Mars being driving ambition, Capricorn status, Venus values, it's about to be a shift in the organization of things. 6th house is naturally ruled by Virgo, so that's dealing with labor and health. So that change is slowly coming, and 6th house is being ruled by Sagittarius, so it's going to be expanded by Jupiter. So Jupiter being in Pisces is going to come by foreign knowledge and wisdom, and by help of our brothers and sisters foreign, to expand with Jupiter being over that 6. So definitely I see foreign help coming, foreign knowledge and wisdom to expand.
So it's like get the Europeans to tell the truth.
What's the name coming up? My bad. Come back.
It was the Articles of Association, by the way, was what I was trying to say. And that was October 20th, 1774, that I was trying to say as far as contracts. But I yield. Just for reporting purposes.
Yeah, that's for the Pluto return. So it's all being ruled by Luna. So Luna is being, well, I guess it finally come through Venus, which is conjunct Mars. So it's definitely gonna be a drive to organize things, and when it pertains to health and routines, it's gonna be a whole new way of doing things.
Aggressive building, a new energy in building things. Be a lot of energy. Yeah, the reason I say that the Mars Venus conjunct. For the sure.
Let's see what else we want to look at. Pluto 27.
Hashtag justice for all. So what basically,
And that Pluto for the return will be trining the North Node. So yeah, and Taurus deals with we would say stableness and seventh house contract. So a new way for finance via social media is coming. I want to say the way we value finance and how we looked at things is due for an ending of a cycle for something more and back to how it should be. So definitely, the two-way street is contracts and what you see on the internet.
And letting go in the fifth house with the South Node and Scorpio, to gain, your destiny or your new values. You're going to gain new things by cutting off old habits. But this old habit is not being yourself. So you're going to cut off not being yourself to be yourself, to, get your destiny, your value, your true values, your true inherited things, being whomever you may be.
So let's got that next one. And this next slide here is the anticipation chart of the Pluto return. So not only we were just referring to the Pluto return, now we're talking about the shadows, the other nature side to it. So let's see, we have Pluto here in the fifth house and Sagittarius.
It's about the children. Oh, it's something about the children. Something. I would think. Something dealing with the institution and the children, contracting. Yeah.
I could go with that as well. Pluto, fifth house, Sagittarius. So a new creative way for the children.
For Sun in the fourth is like, my bad.
No, you good. Sun
in the fourth, remember, like lack of father figure type deal.
Yeah.
So right now it reminds me of a post I got earlier. It's like fathers take these lessons and put your houses in order. So with the Sun being there, it's like in the time of scramble or things that don't look promising, you look to an authoritative figure or pillar, and that's usually your dad, your granddad, or someone, a cousin or uncle or something like that. So that's what's standing here, within the home or homeland, to protect the children within the institution. We have Moon in Pisces, and the women carry the children, and then you have the South Node there in Leo. That's children again, but so like the.
No, you got the South Node and Aquarius.
Oh, North Node. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. North Node. Yeah, so South Node and so it's gonna be good for the children. The North Node and Leo. If the authority figure in the home, expands that fortunate knowledge, or fortunate justice or balance within the home.
Yeah, you said with Luna being a woman, it's a transformation for the mothers to know that they are the great architects.
Yeah. And the fathers have to put that structure together for them, and that's balancing things, putting that there, putting this here. And that could be expanding the home, expanding, places of nurturing.
Expansion. Let's see what else we got. Chiron, 19 degrees Virgo, third house. So the healing come by means of organization, of organizing the neighborhood, you know?
Yeah. And would that be a confusion and balance or injustice right there with Neptune and Libra in the third house, how communicating that? And, you know, and the fourth, the sun is communicating that confusion through the, you know, higher learning or, you know, foreign learning, things like that. Because it's the guru, and the guru teaches and he knows. So, and it's in Libra, so it is about law. It, you know, find your more, I would say, looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it's not gonna hold, you know, anything against you. It's gonna, you know, actually go by the law of the land, you know, because we're all Moors, you know, so harm one, you harm all type deal. So this is, you know, what I see. So
Yeah.
if it wasn't, clearly that isn't justice, because it's calling for like some balance here. So in the shadows, it's like, you know, get it together, or the worst is yet to come. But that's been here for sure. I think we're gonna communicate in that right now. What do you think? The confusion, and we're from our homes. So
And it's all coming to see, we got Mercury and Scorpio on the 5th.
it's not just in the future, but like we could be on the internet, 11th house. The brother's there, broadcasting about confusion and or how to organize. And Brother Sean put all the organization within the CMB, and it was talking about, you know, the pyramid and the eagle and where they need to be placed, and that's been a whole bunch of confusion. And all you see that on the media is just, you know, eagle. So, you know, they start seeing that Kunta up there. Am I saying right? Kunta. Yeah. Start seeing Kuntas everywhere. Or the Kuntas need to stand up, you know, to balance things out. You know, it could be that as well, you know.
That's why I mean, yeah, then you got a lot of success at that 8 degrees, 8 minutes. Gemini, you know, it's being reflected by Mars and Venus. So it's definitely a reflecting on your values, on how to properly get success. How can you get creative and express it? Pluto being that shadow of the Capricorn is that, you know, things are structured, but it's for the higher learning purpose. So, and then we take Luna as, you know, as the people in the 8th house. It's time to, you know, transform, transform through knowledge and wisdom.
It's like Pisces age and the Aquarian age next to each other right there. I'm not sure what the moon is conjunct in the 8th house right there, but you have like Aquarius and Pisces.
It's a lot of victory.
Oh yeah, so you do, and a lot of victory is in Aquarius. So it's wise to know and not believe.
And to get with the right people, right groups, study and be ourselves, and to do what the prophet instructed, to enforce the Constitution. And it's okay. It's there. It's happening. You know, with Mercury, you know, being a Scorpio, it's, you know, dealing with mysteries, but it's reading between the mysteries and finding a proper drive between how you want to do things and what you value will bring you that success opportunity via groups and associations. And if we wanted to, I could even pull up the contradiction of the return for people to really, well, not for people, but to show the effects of if the astrology and nature's laws obey, how it can go, or once again, it can be destroyed with Pluto, with being in Sagittarius. So it's going to be destroyed by the foreign knowledge and the proper law and religion, so-called religion, not the dogma that has been put onto the people. And I yield, Brother Benjamin, if you like to add anything else.
Oh, just would be a stellium in the 5th, so that's pretty strong there.
You said a what stellium?
A stellium in the 5th.
Yeah, Pluto, Mars, and Venus. Yeah, that's Sagittarius stellium.
Yeah, so definitely some communicating, some higher learning. it's definitely going to affect the children. And that's with Venus and Mars there, yeah. So a lot of cherubs coming to the planet too. So the children are being born now or being begotten now going to grow up in a in a new world.
They're gonna hear stories of they're gonna hear great stories. And
Yes.
then I even did a little Synastry. I just put quote unquote U.S chart and the inside and the transits of the Pluto return on the outer. So if we were to look at that, I think what I seen, what did I see that was interesting? Because
Of course the Pluto right there, triggering that at the same degree in the second house, and the south node, so it's like, and it's conjunct to Mercury, so, and that's could be like the market type deal stuff, communicating that media, and how that affects the 8th house, or their 8th house, which has the Mercury as well. Is that Mercury in the 8th house?
Yeah, for the natal.
Yeah. So definitely some transformation behind the scenes.
And let's see. And then Neptune will be trining that natal Mercury retrograde. And that is still in Cancer. Oh yeah. So yeah, that Neptune is trining the natal Mercury. So it's gonna be just looking within and not escaping, doing escapist tendencies to get away from the truth.
Yeah, because fortune entry though, because of Jupiter there again in the part of fortune. If I'm saying that right. Is that the 6th house or what is that? 7, 8, the 9th house. Okay, there we go. So the 9th house in the transit and their 8th house with Mercury in there.
Let's see.
Definitely speaking about higher learning, about behind the scenes contracting of the U.S and the confusion behind it.
Indeed, Mercury conjunct that north node. That south node.
Yeah, and the media, it's a media house as well, right there. Not right there, but as far as like broadcasting, it's over the 3rd house right there. Jupiter. Over the moon in the 3rd as well, so it's definitely expanding that communication about it.
Yeah, the truth is going to be communicated via the internet. It's always been, and people are just going to finally catch up to what has been said all along.
There's going to be more truth than falsehood instead of the other way around. It's like the Zodiac has a broom sweeping up confusion.
And then Saturn is transiting the 7th. But it'll be hitting a 2nd house. So yeah, it's hey Siri, play Kanye West All Falls Down. No, I really didn't mean that. Joking. Trying to play it. But
oh wow, that's funny. You really I didn't know it was funny.
Yeah, that was the last slide.
Yeah, and then I would say that Uranus over the Taurus there, changing values in service. 6th house. Far right. Triggering out.
That's the 10th, so yeah. New radical.
Where's this? What's this? Where's this sender for the transit?
For the transit, it's in Leo.
Is that the children again? Wow. What does I'm sending?
Yeah, let's see where the sun is. Sun will be trans in the eighth, but it'll be hitting the third house. In the third house in Pisces. So once again, you know how you was referring to communication.
Yeah, so that would be the quote unquote, you know, the U.S communicating. I'm not gonna call them a governing mind, you know, with authority, but they're gonna be definitely communicating that and setting up things for the future generations.
That's the true dual nature, and we are not by any means supporting the U.S. We are just expressing the astrology and the truth of it, along with jurisprudence to it. So, for the record,
let the record reflect. Allah alone got some more science to look at, which is the zodiac. So, just reading the zodiac, it's like a mirror, but we're just like vocally showing the mirror, you know, instead of holding like a mirror to the sky, because that wouldn't really work. So go to 7hillstar.com and learn some astrology, so you don't have to be the mirror in the sky guy.
Yeah. Let's see. That was the last slide. All right. Don't have anything else. I think this might be one of our, first really short live, but I really feel that a lot was really just given in a short time.
It's pretty heavy for sure. You definitely set like the tone. There won't ever be another intro like that, along with Brother Jag, and then you hit him with jurisprudence. I don't think, cover every base within, the time span of people.
Just reference my good Brother Hasan. He said, checkmate, or is it checkmate?
Stars on lock.
You said, is it checkmate or is it checkmate?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really have anything else. Brother Hasan, if you definitely saw anything you wanted to add in, you're more than welcome to.
No, actually, I'm actually over here getting a little luncheon, but also I'm about to, publish this little kind of got something I want to publish into an astrological discussion for an astrological group that we are, all of us are affiliated with. But I just wanted to just basically say, like, that's just the theme. Even when I'm the article, that the small brief comment that I'm writing into this discussion, it just really just goes to show that it's like people that assume power or thought that it's like it's we're at the point where we all have to like be civically equal, and there can really be no more big eyes, little U's. There's got to be this universal governing of resources and energy. So that's all I have to add to it. So I yield. Islam.
Islam, yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you to everybody who watch in the future. We thank y'all. We kept it short and sweet today. Short and sweet, definitely jam packed, and I'm gonna be sharing this every day. We have 13 days till the U.S. Pluto return, as this is episode number 12, dealing with cycles, what's hitting. So that's that for you. So I'm gonna yield. Islam, peace and love to you, Brother Benjamin, as we have been working it for 12 weeks straight. Peace and love to my bros, Brother Hasan, Brother Terrell, and Brother Corey. You can definitely check out Wednesdays, the 7-day Astro Weather Report. And also Fridays, if you missed last Friday's improv with Brother Amazite Bey, definitely go watch that.
Surprise callers too in there, so watch the video. You'll be like, oh man, I know that voice. I know that boy. So yeah, you never know never know who's probably on the call sometimes. You're like, oh man. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Yeah, you'll definitely see more of the videos. So the elephant in the room is not being ignored. And he said, you know what? You want to ignore me? I'm gonna bring 100 more elephants in here.
We'll get the guard dog. The guard dog is the elephant. I don't want to butcher that, but in the Noble Dryly statements, it's like the Moors don't have a guard dog, so the guard is the elephant or an elephant.
Indeed, I know. I'm gonna definitely go through some more Noble Dryly literature, some Sim Bay literature, and I'm not suggesting it, but hey, I would definitely be reading that too. As the cat's out the bag, it's been out the bag, but now that cat that was in the bag is turned up against you now.
Somebody we got the cat in your face, like, well, pause or whatever, that sounded, so
it's like the veil has been lifted.
There we go. Yes. The veil has been lifted, guys. Can't say have been told.
Like you guys, I'll say this. What I'm writing about is that Justin Trudeau's chart and the transits that happened on February 5th, where it's like there's this like you guys I'll kind of like go over it, I guess, some other time of what I wrote or whatever, but just to really look at what's actually occurring. And as far as what's going on, as far as near the Canada Corporation, the U.S. Corporation, and the thing with truckers and them having to be whatever, and people just not having the civic know-how to really just avoid anyone violating their medical privacy or trying to enter their body due to mortgaging contractually by registering themselves via their birth certificate instrument or so-called citizenship or membership to these corporations that pose as countries, though they're not. However, these are animal husbandry farms, corporations that are just only exercising the animal husbandry and human trafficking practices that they do, and the people morally know that something's wrong. However, contractually, this is why the conditions are what they are. And when you analyze Justin Trudeau's natal chart in terms, and in terms, if you're looking at it like Synastry, but it's transits, and you're just looking at certain transits, you'll see when, according to his Sun Mars midpoint, that's where Saturn and the Sun took a conjunction there. So I think it takes place in the 6th house, and this particular astrological group, shout out to OPA for our scholarship, the President Maurice Hernandez, I think it's Hernandez, pardon me, I gotta make sure I double check, but anyway, he had posed a question. When I looked at it, I was like, all right, that's interesting. Let me write on it on my own. Let me see what I see. And you guys know how I do. I just get the basics, and then I just go off of my insight and intuition based off of what I know as far as keywords and things like that, without injecting my bias into it at all. And just what I really see, it just looks like a reoccurring theme. If I could just put it in 3 short words, is like creative, transformational relations.
I like the sound of that.
Definitely, like, people are gonna have to really use their elasticity in mind to almost improv a solution, but the solution to be improv is written in ancient texts. We just have to honor our ancient foremothers and forefathers so our days may be long upon the earth plan, because at the end of the day, whether called a prime minister or a trucker, these are all human beings interrelating. I don't care what the titles are. These are all human beings interrelating and must find a way to interrelate. So if someone is a trucker from near Sindh, what they call now India, or the republic pertaining to India. And he's passing on the road someone from, Brisbane, Australia somewhere, right? Brisbane Corporation, right? But he's on the road though. Is that not an international relation right there? Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes things that are international are local, and sometimes things that are local are international. And there's going to have to be some elasticity in the mind to resolving the rip in the space-time continuum of the de facto illusion that is basically falling apart. I yield the floor, Islam.
That's fine. I'll yield the floor, and all right, we'll close out. Peace and love to the world. Thank you. Like, share, and if you want to prove us wrong, then go study, and if we're right, share it with your loved ones. And we will see y'all Wednesday for the Astro Medical Report, and then tune in next week to episode number 13 of Intuition Mondays. Peace and love to the world. Namaste. Y'all enjoy the rest of your moon day. Peace and love to my bros. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I yield.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Islam.
Islam. Peace and love.